Hi, good evening all. I hope I'm audible to everyone. If anyone respond, I could understand that I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So, how are you doing today? Today, mainly we are going to, first let me introduce myself. I'm Ms. Prajana Sudhe. I'm BIM Revit trainer and a BIM specialist. Last 10 to 15 years I'm in the BIM training field. And today's class or today's demo sessions, we are going to see the overall features about the Revit BIM software, BIM MEP, Revit MEP software, and what are the things you can do over here. And you have any concerns or any questions or anything, you can ask me in the question and answer sessions. I will be answered to that. So anyway, I'll just share my screen and we'll go to the demo sessions and we'll see what is the power of Revit MEP software and what is the BIM. I hope you can see my computer screen. Revit is basically a common suite where you can do the architecture, structure and MEP. Once it comes to the MEP, you should have the architecture. The normal process is you will be having the architecture, then you need to link the architecture, then you have to do all the MEP services over here like electrical, mechanical, plumbing and firefighting, all the sub-services, everything we do in this project. So normally in companies, people are doing the project in different approach. Some people all together they are doing it, or some mechanical people, they will be creating one federated model for mechanical. That means more than one people are working for the mechanical, then that will be considering as a one federated model. And electrical, another federated model, then plumbing, another federated model. Like this, many models finally we link and we consider as a one project. So in my screen you can see here, this is one small project we have done for MEP. It's a warehouse and we have linked the architectural file here. You can see that the one which is faded over here, that is the architectural file. So either you can link it or you can create it, but normal process we link it. No one is going to create the architecture file for MEP purpose. You will get the architecture from the architectural department, then you have to link that file, then you have to do all the services over here. And before we start our demo, first we need to understand what is the difference between the Revit and the CAD. So currently we are upgrading from CAD to Revit. Why? And what is the use of upgrading from Revit to BIM to CAD to Revit? The benefit of upgrading from CAD to BIM. That is one thing. The other thing, what is the concept called BIM? BIM in the sense building information modeling. Building information modeling is a concept, not a software. There are many software which is working based on the BIM concept. Revit is one of the most commonly used software which is working based on BIM concept. So what is the BIM concept? BIM concept in the sense, in short, what you can say, you build your model with informations and later on you can extract the informations from your model. This is basically BIM. So the model will be having the geometrical data, spatial data, and all other engineering data. So later all the project related data and all these data later you can extract from your model, which normally we cannot do in other software. CAD. For example, You draw 2 lines over there and you consider that one as a duct. But Revit, it is not like that. For duct, you have to use the tool duct and you need to draw it. So everything is specific over here, and it's easy software. It's not very difficult, but you should have the clear idea about the software. Let's say if you are working on the CAD, at least few commands you have, somehow you can manage to work over there. But Revit is not like that. You should have the clear idea about the software and or the tools which is necessary for MEP. Then only you will be able to do able to work on the project. That is the difference between the CAD and Revit. And the next thing, in Revit, in CAD, you have to draw the plan view, you have to draw the section, you have to draw the elevations, and mostly we are not generating 3D over there. But here it is, when you create the plan, the elevation, sections, 3D view, all this will be updated itself. So we'll go to the file and we'll see how it is. So you can see that normally when you open the Revit project, you will be seeing here the properties, same like CAD properties. If I select any elements from here, I will be getting the properties of that elements. What I selected now, you can see the radius, elbow T, the T I selected, and I will be getting the information of all these T's. So you will be getting all the information. So here, not only anything you select, okay. For example, I select here this terminal. So if I select the terminals or the lighting fixtures, whatever it is, if I select anything, so I'll be getting all the informations about that one. What is the height? You can see the middle elevation of that element, and you can see the width, and you can see the height, and in case it's required, as per your project requirement, you want to change the width, height, you can change it. And you can see here, all this is the return one actually. Then I'll be selecting here one duct. I choose this, and you can see this is again the T's, and this is also for the rectangular. This is for the rectangular duct, but for the type return air. But how can we identify that this is return, this is supply? When you click over, click on that element, you will be get the informations over here. Or you can see the one which is coming in blue color, that represent the supplier, and the this one, that pink color one, that represent the return air one. Anyways, and here you can see your project browser, and in this project browser you can browse all your views. So I'll go to any of the elevations. You can see in my project I have basically 3 levels. This is my roof or top level, and other 2 levels, ground, first floor, and the second floor. Total 3 levels only. So now first we will go to the mechanic. You can see here mechanical. Under the mechanical, I have the piping services. So these all we have created. Normally when you open, you don't see all these things. You will be seeing mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. The other all the services what we are seeing over here, that we have created over here. So anyway, I'll first go to the HVAC, the first level. So once I go here, you can see all the duct services what I have done here along with my architectural file. And you can see I have placed some sections, and I have 4 side elevations. So when you just double click on the sections, it will take you into that sections, and you will be able to see how that sections will be look like. And here you can just I give here hidden lines, and I give over here fine. So the complete details I can see with the sections, you can see it over there. So that means once you create the plan views, the 3D also will be generated, and all the sections, wherever you want the section, you just draw the sections will be generated. So let's say I just want to take the section of this area. So I have to just simply go to the view, and I have to choose the sections, and where I need to create the section, I have to draw that area. Let's say I just wanted to take the section here. Then when you go to that view, sorry, you can see that sections. So it is coming by default the minimum details. You can change that into the fine details, then you will be seeing that complete. This is the firefighting one, and you can see here duct work also we have, and some pipes you can see over there, all these things. And again I can change this one. I mean, currently this is the building section, so you will be seeing all the services. For example, I just wanted to see only the HVAC related services. I can customize my section views accordingly. So anyway, so this is the way you can see here the floor plans, and you will be seeing the ceiling plans also. And when you, and in ceiling plans you can see all the terminals I have placed, the terminals, the grills what I have placed in my project, everything you will be able to see here. So normally in Revit we have different methods to draw the duct work. Manually you can draw it, and we have the automatic duct system also. That means you select the terminals and you connect to the machines, automatically the duct will be routed. In case any changes required, you can reroute it. So that how to do it, that all we will discuss in the class in detail. Now currently I am giving you overall idea about the Revit BIM software. And the same way, so you can see over here, let's say I'll go to the ceiling views, and I can see here the 3D view of this one. You just click here and go to the 3D view. This is the mechanical 3D views. So you can see in my chiller unit here, and you can see my fan coil unit over there, and you can see the return and supply duct and the connectors, everything you can see over there. And you can see the different elevations, north, east, north, south elevations. When I click on this, suppose I click on the south elevations, it will be taking me to the south elevation of that particular project. And again, as I said here, you can see here some lines are coming in dotted lines. That means the duct what you are seeing over here, that is having the first visibility. The other one is coming behind that. So that is the reason it comes in dotted lines. And some exhausted duct also here we have. This green color represent the exhausted one. And you can see here some are in blue color and some are in white color. The blue represent it's already placed on the sheets. I have already prepared the sheets and it is placed on the sheet. The one which is not placed on the views, which is placed on the sheet, that you will be seeing like this. The one which is not placed on the sheet, that you will be seeing in white color. Same like this, the plumbing also, like different services created. You can create the drainage system, you can create the plumbing system like this. Separately I have done over here. And in the 3D views also you will see over here. Let's say when I select the 3D drainage, you'll be seeing that. And you see here all these families, this is called the families. Families is almost same like block in AutoCAD. That means once you create the block, later you are using for the different project, right? The same way the families also, once you created, you can use for the different projects. And currently I use all the, normally when you install the Revit, you will be getting a list of families. So this all the same family what is provided by the Revit, but we will learn how to create our own family. Suppose I don't want this wash basin, I need to create the real life wash basins, I can create it. And the mechanical equipment means FCU, AHU, whatever, according to your requirement or the specifications you want to create it, and later on you want to use that for the in many project we have to create it as a family. So how to create this family, that also we will be learning in our class. Then again, as I said, different sections you can see. You go to that sections, you will be seeing this, or the same section you will be seeing in the plan view. Just double click on that head, you will go to that sections, or in your project browser it's already placed over there, you can just click and you can go there. And once you go to the lighting. In lighting, electrical, it has mainly two portions. One is lighting, the other one is power. So separately we have created here the lighting and the power. You can see the lighting with wires, and later so many other things you can do it over there. You can create the panel schedule, then according to the panel schedule you can assign your circuit into suppose your DB is a 3-phase DB, you can connect into R phase, Y phase, B phase. Then later on you need to change the color of your wires accordingly where it is connected. Suppose the one which is connected to the R phase you need to see in red color, the other one yellow, blue colors you need to see it. So this all we have to do it. That means we need to customize it. So Revit, both the way you can use it. The tools what is available in the Revit, that you take and you draw, that is the basic level of things. But apart from that, how you customize, how you create according to your project requirement or according to your company standard, according to your authority standards. So that is something more advanced. There we have to do a lot of filterings, customizations. So these are the things we will be discussing in our class. And most importantly, how to create the view and the project template. So normally when you open in Revit a new file, you will be having few templates over there. You can select this template. This is the basic template which is provided by the Revit. There is no proper specifications about anything. I mean, it's just a blank one, but you can develop from there. But most of the companies, they will be having their own view template, their own project template, and they follow that same project templates or the view template for the entire project. So you have to focus only on your model, the related to that model, all the settings, everything will be already there in your template. Same like in CAD, we use the template. For what purpose we are using the CAD template? For example, suppose you are using that CAD for the mechanical drawing, all the mechanical layers and color code, you can use the line type, line style, all these things you can set it, and you can save that one as an HVAC template or mechanical template. Then all your project you use that same template and you work in CAD. The same process here also, you do all the setting in one project, then later you can save that one as a project template. Then all the coming project you can use that one. So only the model will be different, settings will be same. So it will save your time a lot. Okay, to work more efficiently, we have to learn how to create the project templates. Then so same like this lighting we have, and you can see the ceiling we have, and we have the power drawing separately over here. So when I click on this 3D, you are just seeing the overall 3D model here. Then when I click over here, let's see here, the discipline is currently given to the mechanical. That means the priority is set for the mechanical elements. So that is the reason you see the mechanical elements here, but your architecture is faded here. Suppose I change that one from mechanical to coordinations. You can see that now you just see same like that building. We have placed one chiller unit on rooftop, and the machine also placed on rooftop. Apart from that, all the decks, the services, everything is coming inside the building. So it depends on the discipline what you select over here. You will be the priority will be set. So we are doing the MEP project, so the priority for the MEP. Okay, then now we have built the model. Okay, this is the modeling part we are discussing about. We built the model, all the HVAC, plumbing, electrical, firefighting, fire alarm services, all these services we have created. Then later on, how can we extract the data from that? To extract the data, you will be using the schedules and quantities. So look, you can see here a few schedule I have placed already here, the air terminal schedule. When I click on this air terminal schedule, you will be getting all the details of the air terminals what I have placed over here. And Here I select the count, family, flow, system type, etc. But it depends. You have so many details over here. According to your requirement, anything you can select it from here. So this is called the parameters, and if you want, you can create new parameter and you can assign as well. So this is the way you can take the data. This is called the quantity takeoff. Then later you take the quantity, then you can export into Excel. So this will be very helpful for the quantities takeoff purpose, and even in the tendering stage. And the same way, the deck schedules, you can see it. Lighting fixture schedules, you can take it. Anything, any schedule you can take it over here. So you will be getting that details over there. Then this is my panel schedule. That means the one which I already connected to the light and the power. So that panel schedule you can see over here. So by default, Revit is giving you the 2-column template. I use the default template here, but you can customize and create your own template. For example, each country is having the different standard, template standard for the according to their authority. Suppose in UAE we have Deva, we have Seva. So slight differences, almost it is similar, but slight differences are there. So how to customize our panel schedule according to our authority standards, that also we have to learn. Then the other one, load report. Load report in the sense, that means you can do here heating and cooling load analysis, which is related to the mechanical heating and cooling load analysis. I have the different spaces over here, the area, the volume, peak cooling load, cooling airflow, peak heating load. Suppose the heating also you given, then heating airflow, all these details you will be getting it. So this all depends. Suppose you are doing only the cooling analysis, then you will be getting only the cooling data, cooling informations. That means cooling load, the peak cooling air, peak cooling airflow. Yes, all this informations you will be getting it. Then accordingly you can decide. So this is following the ASHRAE standard. So accordingly you can just place. For example, you have one room here. This is normally we consider to be a, see here, let's say I just want to place here, all you can see it. Okay, so this one, the staff office. So first, once I do that analysis, I'll get the cooling flow required from that particular rooms, or the, actually in architecture we call it as a room, and MEP we call it as a spaces. So currently we can call it as a spaces, and in this space what is the cooling airflow required and what is the cooling load required. So accordingly you need to decide how many terminals has to be placed, and what, you know, what is the cooling airflow assigned to that terminals. All this we decide according to that calculations. And normally the design engineers, mechanical engineers, they do the calculation on HAP, and according to that you can follow. But in Revit also we have an options. Here you can calculate the heating and cooling load analysis. Then you can see over here, and one more thing what we need to say about our schedules, like it has bi-directional associate, the schedule and the project is having bi-directional associativity. Bi-directional associativity in the sense, if you make the changes in your project, automatically it will be changed in your schedule, and you make the changes in the schedule, it will be get affected in your project. So suppose when you create this schedule, maybe you have placed only 10 air terminals. Later on you add the air terminals, automatically it will be added over here. If you remove from the air terminal from the project, that will be removed from your schedule. So your schedule and your model is interconnected, bi-directional associativity. Then the next one, you can set the sheet here. So when you set the sheet, so see here, you can create your own sheets over here. Like this is simply actually this is the one which is given by the title block I'm talking about, by the Revit, but you can create you can customize the title block template, and you can create your own title block according to your requirement. That also we will learn in the class. Then later you can export this into, I mean, the Revit file what you have created, that you can export and you can save it as a DWG files. And so when you convert that into a DWG file, it will be a proper DWG files with all the layers and all. But sometimes we are using, for example, you have already the design drawing in AutoCAD and you want to develop the BIM drawing in Revit. So you can just link your CAD file, then you can, but linking the CAD file you can just use for the reference purpose, okay? That is not the BIM file, you just use that one only for the reference purpose. Then later on, according to that, you can place your elements, you can route your deck, cable tray, or whatever, I mean all the services you can do over there. So you can use the CAD file as a base drawing or the reference drawing for your BIM file. You can create without that also, but if you have that also you can do it. So this is all over about the Revit, and mainly you can see here, this is the tools we are going to learn. You can see HVAC, fabrications, mechanical, plumbing, electrical. In Revit, as I said, it's a common suite. Architectural is different, structure, steel structure, precast concrete. So this all different. For MEP, we do this system, and the remaining things that is common for all. Means if you learn architecture also, you have to learn these all the things, but not everything, because when you do the architecture, we don't learn that heating and cooling load analysis, but these tools are common for all the discipline. But some tools will work for some discipline, some tools won't work for some discipline, that's it. But tools are same. Then you have the annotations over here, you have the, that means you want to prepare the shop drawing, detailed drawing, you can prepare by using this annotations. I'll show you this detailing also you can do, like general details. Here the deck connection details we have done here. So either you can do it here or you can do in AutoCAD, because it's more easier to create it over there, like this 2D detailing. So you can create it over there and you can take it here. Actually Revit is giving you some level of detailing, but the connection details you need to show. In that level we don't develop the BIM model. So for the connection details, only the detailing purpose, either you have to create it with the help of these tools, or you do in CAD and you can import and place it over here. So this is what we do. So you can see that these all are the different details what we have done. Now I'll show you one more thing. This is one project done for the cooling plant. So I'll just show you the 3D. So only for the cooling plant we have created. So architecture, this case the architecture is linked, so you can see it. So this kind of work we can also create the architecture, because the basic architecture only required over here. So that is the reason. But the cooling plant you can see over here that in 3D views, and you go here and you can select that floor plans, and we have mentioned here with the different colors. This is called the settings. This is one real project. So here with the settings, all like, you know, we have decided what color has to be given for this rectangular duct, what color has to be given for this hydronic duct. So accordingly created. So this is called the customizations. And different 3D views also created. 3D view for chiller. The 3D view will be little bit heavy view, especially if it is given into the isometric view. When you give that isometric view, you can see that real, you know, everything real elements you will be seeing over here, but the view will be very heavy. So normally we will be keeping as a shaded one, but if you keep it as a realistic one, the real material, everything you can see it. Okay, but anyway, just understand this is the way we develop the project. And you can see the coordination plan over here. This is separately the HVAC plan we have seen. Then you can see the coordination plan, and you can see the sections. You can see this is the main coordination plan. Then you can see here the cooling tower sections. You can see this is the horizontal sections. So like this all we have created. So accordingly you can, once you learn the Revit, you will be able to do all these things. Then you can see here the sheet setting has been done here. Let me just open that particular view. So in this case we have edited the template slightly. You can see how the template, this is not looks like the templates before we given. And again the logos and all those things you could have placed it over here. And inside this one we have used so many families. And see here, this family, this is when you select mechanical equipment to cooling tower, this one, cooling tower back series 300E, this is the name. So this kind of okay, you have certain site from where, okay, Revit is giving you, when you install the Revit, some families they are providing for all the category, but sometimes in project that won't be enough. So you can download it. There are few sites you can download from there, or you have to create it. So anyway, even though you download from the net, sometimes you have to make the changes. So family creation is important. So when we learn the Revit courses, we cover all these things. I mean, not only the modeling part, all the project template creations, filters, and family creation, everything, like, and how you create the proper project template, that is very important. So all these things, and how we incorporate BIM into Revit. So normally in BIM you may heard about the different loads, load 400, 500, 300, etc. You can see it. So how we incorporate these load into our project, these are the things we are going to learn in our class. So today this is overall tour about the Revit software, I mean Revit software for MEP. So that's it. So any questions or anything you can ask me now.
Hello.
Yes.
Are you providing the class recording video?
Sorry?
Class recording video. After finish our class,
Yeah.
you provided the
Yes, we record the, it will be a after our classes, I mean the live class will be recorded. Then after finish the classes, we will send that recordings to all the attendees, and we make sure that you are practicing also, and in between we'll be having the practice sessions also.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions from anyone?
Hello, madam.
Yes.
One more thing, this beam, this thing that cloud and all, everything will be considered in the this thing course.
No,
That BIM
this is only for BIM MEP. Okay.
yeah.
That the other one is BIM Collaborative Pro.
Yeah.
That is something different. That is normally like the people are okay. Suppose you involve in one project, and people
Yeah.
are sitting in the different part of the world, and they are involving in the
Centralized.
same project. Yeah. So for
Yeah.
that they will be using the BIM Collaborative Pro. That is another subscription for another software it is. But in Revit we will learn how we work as a team. That means when we do the training, we are learning that how we do. Only one
Yeah.
person is doing it, right?
Okay,
But normally
independent.
yes, in offices it is not like that. Many people will be involved in the project, and we created the federated, those type of model is called the federated model. So in
Correct, yeah.
Revit itself we have the options, the work sharing and the work set. We will discuss about that. So that
Yeah.
you are doing in the local space, but BIM Collaborative Pro, the scope of that space is worldwide. That is only the difference.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam.
So any other questions from anyone? So that's it. If any questions you can ask me. Otherwise we'll